Well, hello. This is my first time going live on YouTube. Hello, hello. Whoa. Okay. What I'm going to be reading is The Mary Kay Way. Whoops. The Mary Kay Way, A Matter of Pride, chapter 14. Okay. Let's do it. A Matter of Pride. Sometime ago, a popular local columnist wrote an article for the front page of the Dallas Morning News that caused quite a furor among the people. While driving to work, he had noticed a bumper sticker with the message, "Ask me about Mary Kay Cosmetics." He said the woman driver was wearing a bathrobe, had her hair in rollers, and wore no makeup. How could that woman tell anyone how to be beautiful, he wrote. The article appeared on a Monday morning, and by 7 a.m., my phone was ringing off the wall with the question, "Did you see the article about us on the front page?" Knowing that many independent beauty consultants would be attending meetings in our building that morning, I had the article pinned to all of our bulletin boards. Above it, in big, bold print, was the question, "Was this you?" Later, we sent the article to independent Salesforce members all over the country, asking them the same question. Take pride in your image. As leaders in the beauty industry, we take pride in our image. Obviously, the woman driving that car didn't think about her or our image. Members of the independent sales force agree they should always look their best when appearing in public. A beauty consultant should make other women want to look beautiful, and she should set an example. Actually, the article worked to our advantage. Some people were shaken because the article brought to their attention the fact that they too were perhaps occasionally neglecting their appearance. I've always felt the effort a woman takes to look her best is one reflection of the pride she has in herself. And this particular expression of pride is essential if you are in the beauty business. Happily, a strong sense of pride is already instilled in most people who decide to start a Mary Kay business. Although we do not stipulate that only attractive, well groomed women are eligible, you might think so if you were to attend a Salesforce members meeting. The Mary Kay Independent Sales Force sets standards that will not tolerate a fellow Salesforce member who presents an unkept appearance. If someone who became a Mary Kay beauty consultant does not initially share those standards, she usually works quickly to improve herself, or she leaves of her own volition. Pride in one's appearance prevails in our manufacturing plants too. Just as our plant workers take pride in their appearance, we are proud of our state-of-the-art facilities. We consider our manufacturing facilities to be an exemplary showcase or showplace in the cosmetics industry, and we're delighted when visitors ask for a tour. This is just a little excerpt here. Across the globe, more than 150 Mary Kay facilities occupy the more than 3 million square feet of space. Company manufacturing plants in Dallas, Texas, and Hangzhou, China feature state-of-the-art packaging lines, production areas, laboratories, and warehouses. While efficiency and functionality are key in meeting market demand, keen attention is also paid to image and pride. For example, the Dallas World headquarters, oh my God, that building is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. It just takes my breath away every single time I go there. Features a museum in the lobby, and the manufacturing plant in China features a wraparound viewing corridor where visitors can watch the entire production process. Oh, yeah. Wow. There are also common areas in many manufacturing offices around the world that reflect the Mary Kay culture and heritage. Our manufacturing employees share in our company pride because they know how much independent sales force members rely on them to produce cosmetics of uniformly high quality. Any item that does not meet our specifications will not be sold. It hurts sometimes to see this merchandise destroyed, but it's necessary. If a product isn't of premium quality, it will not be sold. We are proud of the competitive quality of our products, but we never express this pride as a criticism of other cosmetic brands. That's important. We feel when you degrade a competitor's product, every knock is a boost for the other company. We believe not only that such criticism would reflect poorly upon our degree of professionalism, but also that it's a direct conflict with our philosophy of conducting business by the golden rule. Okay, pride contributes to morale. A salesperson who works for a dress manufacturer told me how differently his company operates. We show our line several months before the dresses are actually manufactured, he explained to me. For this reason, special samples must be made so we can present the line. The quality of the samples is usually far superior to the final product, so the buyer receives merchandise that isn't nearly as well made as the dresses that were shown. This kills everyone's morale, he continued. We feel we're being deceptive, and they are. It's so embarrassing when a customer said, "This isn't what I bought." It goes much further, however, than just lowering the morale of the sales force. The entire company is affected, but the real blame belongs to management, who is willing to spend more money on samples than on delivered goods. Such tactics exact a heavy toll from everyone's morale. And the shame this clothing salesman felt even extended to his family. They too were embarrassed that he worked for an unscrupulous manufacturer. One of the areas from which Mary Kay derives a great deal of pride is the esteem in which our families hold our company. They are very proud to say that their children, mothers, or fathers are associated with Mary Kay. In letters to me, children of independent sales force members say such things as, "I'm only 6 years old and I'll be 18 years old so I can become a beauty consultant like my mother." That's so funny. I just heard from one of my consultants whose daughter is 16 and she wants to be a beauty consultant. There's nothing more rewarding than knowing you have put in a good day's work. There's an inner sense of pride from knowing you've done a first-rate job. It's the equivalent of that wonderful feeling you get from scoring high on examination, sinking a 25-foot putt, making a perfect landing on an airplane, baking a delicious apple pie, or completing a beautiful oil painting. A leader should strive to instill a sense of pride in people, no matter what kind of work they do. Tradesmen, assembly line workers, salespeople, and file clerks, as well as executives, enjoy being proud of their work. We all need praise now and then. An "I don't care" attitude quickly sets in if our best efforts go by unnoticed. Recognition makes us all feel good about our work and consequently about ourselves. An advertising agency executive showed me how we can instill pride in others. She had praised one of her artists for a particularly good layout he'd done. "Thank you," he told her, "but I think it needs a little touching up to be just right." He then spent his entire lunch hour working on it. I had never known him to work through the noon hour, she said. Yet because of that little word of praise, he suddenly became a perfectionist, striving to do an even better job. All of our company's activities are in the pursuit of excellence, no matter what we achieve. We are never completely satisfied. We're always searching for ways to improve. This pursuit of excellence exists in everything we do. Everyone associated with us knows that excellence is synonymous with Mary Kay Inc. And it is this pervasive attitude, I believe, that builds self-esteem in all people. The word excellence is also bandied about so much that it has come to mean different things to different individuals. And so, for example, when our marketing people are working to create a new sales brochure, they must first agree on the specific qualities they wish to portray. What we're after is a standard of excellence. Without establishing a standard, the specific excellence we are seeking remains nebulous. But when a group of us get together and exchange thoughts, good ideas emerge, and these evolve into better ideas until a standard of excellence is established that is acceptable to the entire team. I believe that when people strive for excellence as a team, everyone's level of performance is elevated. No one wants to let the other ones down. Everyone wants to contribute. When a leader instills this kind of pride in people, it becomes a major factor in improving their performance. The New York Yankees baseball team had a well-earned reputation for excellence. I've heard it said that when players donned the Yankees striped uniform, he played better ball. Why? Because he's proud of being part of a team with a winning tradition. Similarly, the Cadillac is considered the hallmark of quality in the American automobile industry. For this reason, we award the use of pink Cadillacs to those sales directors whose unit have attained a certain amount of sales volume. Whenever people see a pink Cadillac, they know it's being driven by someone who has achieved personal success. The car inspires a tremendous amount of pride in ownership, and you'll rarely see one dented or even dirty. In fact, the women are so proud of them that the cars are often parked in the driveway instead of a garage. New segment here. It's a grand old flag. The pride we feel for our work and our company is similar to that which we feel for our country. We are proud to be an American, and we are proud to let everyone know it. Several years ago, in his closing remarks at one of our annual seminars, my son Richard verbalized our patriotism this way. Over the years, he said, I have given many Mary Kay speeches related to our free enterprise system. I feel our free enterprise system is important because without it, you would not be here. I would not be speaking. Mary Kay would not exist, and the Mary Kay dream would never have become a reality. Free enterprise means different things to different people. To me, it means individual liberty, which implies individual economic freedom as envisioned by our founding fathers. The earliest leaders of this nation were determined to set up free citizenry rooted in the natural law of supply and demand. There you go, with minimal state and federal interference. Love that. They envisioned the right of everyone to succeed or fail according to their own initiative, drive, and ability. Since that original dream of our founding fathers, we've come a long way as a nation. We've become much more sophisticated. We have grown and capitalized on free enterprise system, and we have established a standard of living never known before to mankind. He goes on to say, after American fathers have fed everyone in the United States, they export 60% of their wheat and rice to the rest of the world. They also produce more than half of the entire world's wheat crop. I didn't know that. American farmers have achieved this stupendous feat even though since 1940, the number of farms and farm workers have decreased by 2/3. Wow. In fact, despite fewer farms and farmers, American agriculture output during that time has increased by 75%. That's the end of his message. Although the message Although the message is from one of Richard's earlier speeches, only the numbers have changed. Our faith in America has never wavered. When he spoke, my eyes filled with tears. I felt proud, proud of my son, and proud to be an American. And I think every one of the 75,000, or probably, pardon me, 7,500 seat capacity filled Dallas Convention Center share that pride. America offers such unlimited opportunities. This speech was only one of hundreds delivered to Mary Kay audience that contained strong overtones of patriotism. I know in some circles it's not considered in good taste to wave the flag at company gatherings. I disagree. I think it's a healthy emotion and a message we can never be told too often. The American dream comes true. I strongly believe in the American dream. Mary Kay is living proof that it can happen. Only in America could my story have been possible. In 1963, when the company opened its doors, I refused to listen to those negative people who were predicting failure. My accountant told me that there were not enough cents in the dollar for the commission schedule we were proposing. My attorney wrote to Washington for a list of all cosmetic companies that had gone bankrupt that year. During our second month in business, a California cosmetic manufacturer made me an offer. Mary Kay, I'll pay you a token amount for your formulas because you're never going to make it. Other financial experts insisted we couldn't run a direct sales company without extending a line of credit to the independent sales force. The soothsayers prophesied that I was doomed to failure. However, I was determined to prove them wrong. The odds were against me, and I readily admit there were many things I didn't know, but I did know 4 things for sure. People will support that which they help to create. In this great country, there is no limit to what an individual can accomplish. If given the opportunity, women are capable of superior performance. Number 4, I was willing to work long, hard hours to implement our convictions. The annals of American business are filled with impossible dreams that have come true. I believed in those dreams, and most importantly, I believed in my dream. Throughout the years, I have told my stories to hundreds of thousands of women. I have always believed it is good for them to know that if a retired woman with grandchildren, that was her, she had grandchildren, can establish a successful business, so can they. I have always regarded the independent sales force as a microcosm of the American free enterprise system. Regardless of age, gender, religion, race, education, or work experience, everyone who joins Mary Kay as a beauty consultant enters the business on an equal footing with other beauty consultants. She literally becomes the president of her own company. We assist her by offering the tools that can help her succeed. In the true free enterprise spirit, each woman gets out of her business that which she is willing to put in. She is her own boss, and no one tells her when or whether to work. If she is a self-starter, if she relies upon the enterprise available to her, she can rapidly build a successful business. There are millions of people in direct selling industry, and the majority of them are women. I think that this dispels any myth that women are afraid to venture into business. Entrepreneur in every case sense of the word, these women are risk takers and have demonstrated their capacity to be self-motivating. As I write this, women in the United States own more than half of the nation's assets. In contrast, women throughout the rest of the world only own 1/10 of the assets. At present, 2/3 of the world's other women are illiterate. So sad. In some countries, this is so true. This is so true. In some countries, women are so oppressed that they may be arrested for showing their faces in public. Needless to say, by comparison, women in this country have tremendous opportunities. It is popular in some circles to dwell upon what's wrong with America. Certainly, we are not a nation without faults. But I believe there is a need today for all of us to counter negativism by emphasizing what's right with America. Skeptics tell me I was lucky to have started a business when I did, claiming it's now more difficult to achieve success. I think the opposite is true. There are more opportunities today, especially for women, than there was at any time in history. More opportunities also have opened up for everyone in new fields of education, technology, and the arts. People complain things aren't what they used to be in the good old days. I remember in the 1950s were the good old days. 10 years from now, these current days will be the good old days. Opportunities have always and will always be around. You simply must take advantage of them. More opportunities happen. Now and then, I hear a retired person who's having trouble making ends meet. In all my life, I've never had a lucky break. If I only had an opportunity, I could have done something and been somebody. I find this hard to accept. I believe everyone in America has countless opportunities, but you cannot sit and wait for those opportunities to come knocking at your door. You have to make things happen. It's unfortunate when capable people in our great land of opportunity aren't willing to exert themselves enough to go after what's out there waiting for them. Our nation offers so much to so many. If I sound as though I'm doing a little flag waving, I should have a little flag here. Well, I am. I consider myself blessed to be an American. I also believe every leader who shares this strong emotion of patriotism should stand up and announce this to the world. Don't be shy about letting others know how you feel. It's good for your people to hear you speak up for what's right about America. It's good for your company, and most importantly, it's good for America. I also believe every successful leader has an obligation to be a good corporate citizen. By the way, I have traveled all over the world and I have lived in other countries, and everybody wants to come to America. I mean, the young people, this is the place of opportunity. And it just astounds me because sometimes I take it for granted, but really and truly, everybody looks to America as the place to be for opportunity. Okay, I also believe every successful leader has an obligation to be a good corporate citizen. If you hold a responsible position in your company, you should make a major commitment to your cultural, educational, and philanthropic institutions of your community. Not only will those activities broaden your horizons through a healthy exchange of ideas with other business owners in your area, but your efforts will also serve as a good role model for others. The best way to pay your dues to your country is to help build a better place in which we all can live. Woo! That was a long chapter, but it was really good. And we got to see a little bit of a glimpse of Mary Kay. So, thank you for listening.